Now, you want to see something worse? Boom! Oh! This is disgusting. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're discussing all about the top 5 cosmetic and mechanical issues that come along with these 05 to 09 Mustangs. Now, some of these issues might be prevalent across all the model years, but these are the biggest ones when it comes to the 05 and 09s. So without further ado, guys, let's hop right into this. So numero uno, and this is probably the most frustrating one for me. I don't know if you guys can tell. We'll zoom in here a little bit. Right there on the top left is my gas gauge. Do you guys notice that there's something extremely wrong with that one? Moving over here, RPMs. Now, granted, the car's off, but you guys are like, Evan, just turn it on and let's see what happens. Just so that way there could be no doubters on here. Boom. Gas gauge is just totally jacked up. Oil pressure says 0, even though I've checked it a million times, there's plenty of oil in there. And my RPM gauge, as you guys will see in just a moment, that will drop down below 0. So, Evan, what is causing this? Well, it's pretty common. It's the stepping motors behind all of these. Now, for an 05, I actually think this is pretty pathetic, to be honest. I mean, granted, yes, this car is 17 years old, but to have these fail so prematurely, I mean, this car only has 54,000 miles, and it was kept inside its entire life. So that's kind of bad, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of that. It is fixable. So I don't know if you guys can see right here, this does pop out. Now, I am no mechanic or electrician by any stretch of the imagination, so it's not something I feel comfortable with, but you can take the dash apart, and they do sell some kits online that you go and I believe it's like soldering in the new motors, and you could fix it that way, or you could send out your cluster. For me, it's not that big of a deal. Now, sometimes the speedo does get way out of sync, so it'll like stop. You'll be at a dead stop, let's say 20.
Sensational.
And then I'll be 20 miles per hour off, and then it fixes itself over time. So I'm anticipating this motor's gonna go sooner than later. But yeah, really the only thing I care about is the temp gauge. Not that this car's ever had any overheating issues, but let's actually segue into that one right now. Now, I can't really show it on video because it's raining, but a very common issue on these is that I believe it is the thermostat housing is plastic. So for those that don't know, plastic with heat and cold, it'll shrink and expand. Over time, it's gonna crack. So a lot of times people are running into issues where those are just gonna totally go out on you before even 100,000 miles. So I am prepared for whenever that happens. They do sell, I believe it's like metal or aluminum replacements. I can't speak again really on experience, because knock on hard plastic, because it's everywhere in this car. It is not happening yet or anytime soon, but that is another very, very common issue. Now, this one is definitely more cosmetic, like I would call it cosmetic, versus it's not really mechanical. I mean, yes, it's a mechanical little gauge behind there or motor, but it's not actually really affecting functionality of the vehicle. For those that don't know, you can click on info over here. It'll show you that you have 233 miles or whatever your car has until empty. So not having the gas gauge is not the end of the world. Does it get a little frustrating at times? Yes, because it'd be nice to look and just know, you know, what amount you're at. Boom, here we go. Car's idled down, and you can see we are magically idling at 0 RPMs. So yeah, guys, that's another really, really common thing. Again, not the end of the world. So this right here is super, super annoying. Another what I would consider almost like a quality control issue. This thing is saggier than an 80-year-old's diaper. I mean, this is disgusting. Now, this is the premium model, so it has the leather inserts. I think they might actually all have leather inserts, but nonetheless, look at this, guys. I mean, what the heck? That's just really sad. Now, you want to see something worse? Boom! Oh! This is disgusting. I mean, this is like, I don't know if it's going to do it any justice. This is like, it's all dried up adhesive. So what happens in these cars, and it's super notorious, with time, these leather inserts, they just tend to, like, the adhesive disintegrates and they fall off. Now, I think I have the passenger side one here somewhere. Yes, I do. Give me one sec, guys. Here we go. Look, this is disgusting. Ooh, what the? So this is for my driver's side. And yeah, kind of bummed about that. They do sell some plastic like inserts on eBay that I guess are a lot easier, and they're not prone to falling out. So might look into getting those because or you know what, I'm gonna do an install video because I ordered some like Gorilla spray glue. I'm gonna try to get it back on there. But guys, this is like, let me see if you can hear it. It's like really, really hard.
That's what she said.
And like, it's not smooth, so I don't know how well someone's gonna adhere to that. But that is extremely annoying. Now, number 4 is, this is perfect actually. With this rain, a lot of times if you guys are on like the Facebook groups, you're gonna see people complaining that their passenger floor will get wet. Please pardon me, this is disgusting. But down here, it'll get soaking wet. Now what happens is in the wiper cowls, dirt, leaves, debris will clog the like exit, like for the water to get out from under the car. So when it clogs that drain, that water has nowhere to go, but it like seeps in through here and it drips down onto the floor. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's also like a secondary fuse box like down, I don't know. I thought I saw someone read that or say that, maybe not. But nonetheless, if your floor is soaking wet in your 05 to 09, clean out your drains. Once it stops raining, I'll try to come out here and get a clip. If not, I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube, but that is a super common issue. I don't think it could really harm anything, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, I mean, you don't want your floors. I mean, it'll get really smelly, nasty, just gross. So number 5, I might have a few extra ones, but let's see. Again, it kind of comes down just to quality control. I mean, the paint's chipping, and granted, I bought this car with 33,000 miles, and this was already chipped. And just certain things like haven't really held up all that well. You know, it's kind of sad. Now, you know, to be fair, I don't know how the person before me took care of it. Granted, this car was in pretty darn good shape, if I do say so. So I think they took care of it pretty well. But it's just a lot of the materials, a lot of this stuff just kind of wears out a little bit prematurely. And I am not the biggest fan of that. But it is what it is. I guess you can't complain too much when you're buying a 17-year-old car. Now, another issue, now I'm not having this, but I've seen a ton of people have it as well, is this piece right here. It's real soft plastic. After a time, this thing will just crack and disintegrate, and you can see down like almost into the trans tunnel. So that's definitely a really stupid, annoying issue. So they do sell replacements. Also, a lot of people ask like what this thing is. I've seen that. If you pop this off, I believe it's like a release for the key. If you put the key in here, you can disengage it so you can put it in neutral. So yeah, fun little tip for you guys right there. All right, so I don't know what number we're on, but here's another one that I can't demonstrate in a video, but it's really annoying and very frustrating, is that this car, miraculously out of nowhere, the alarm just goes off. Now, I've looked all over the internet and people say, oh, it's because your battery's low. Nope, check the battery, it's fine. Another one is, I guess, like the bulb in the trunk. If it's not fully latched, it goes off. Check that, totally closed, it's fine. But yeah, it just, this car like has a mind of its own, just randomly the alarm goes off. Almost forgot, I've also changed out the battery in the key fob too. So it's not that. I'm at a loss. I have no freaking clue, and it's driving me crazy. So someone, a S197 mechanic guru, help your brother out right now. So I got so fed up with it because sometimes it'll go like 3 to 4 times a day, and then other times it'll go like weeks without doing it. So I have no clue. But I went under and I pulled the fuse for the horn because at 3 a.m., especially where I live, you don't want your alarm going off. It's super annoying, and it, you know, annoys the neighbors, obviously. So I removed the fuse, and you would hit the horn on the steering wheel, and it wouldn't work, but the alarm would still go off. So I know it's an issue with like the pads, you can disable that, but then that's a whole nother can of worms that, again, I don't even think I want to get into. But if anyone knows the solution to that, you know, let me know in the comments, because I'm at an absolute loss. But yeah, guys, that's what I have for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, I got to give a massive shout out to all you guys. We are now past 900 subs. We are well on our way to 1,000. You guys have been crushing that. Like, seriously, it's incredible. I know every video I'm saying thank you, and it probably gets old, but it means the world to me. So next stop, 1,000 subs. Hope you guys found some of this information useful. Again, if you have had any of these issues or you know the solution to any of them, you know, drop them in the comments below, because I'm hoping, you know, we could help out some fellow S197 owners. And yeah, guys, again, I'm rambling. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next upload. Peace out, guys.